مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم.
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back to another episode of Iftar with Usman Attari. Alhamdulillah, we've got a very special guest today, a very, very special guest. Just before I call my brother onto the live, if everybody can share this link, inshallah, on your social medias, on your WhatsApp status, with good intention, inshallah. Now, my guest is in Bolton at the moment, but he's from Luton, and I'm sure whoever's watching this knows him more than I knows him very well as well. It's none other than Shamas Khan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shamas.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you're well, bro.
Alhamdulillah. Shamas, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, bro. Your duas.
How's Ramadan going for you so far?
Alhamdulillah, it's going smoothly. It's nearly the end. Sadly, but Alhamdulillah.
You're in Bolton today, but everybody obviously knows that you're from Luton. What are you doing in Bolton? Just tell the people.
To be honest, I just come with Hamza. So, there's nothing to do. So I come with him. He's here for, I think, the Smile Aid charity. They're doing a car wash. So they said bring a few of you, come, bring your brothers, whatever. So that's why I might as well go. So yeah, I'm here in Bolton, but I'm from Luton.
Yeah. Everybody knows you're Luton's finest. And mashallah, obviously there's a lockdown in the UK, so like it's been nearly 8 weeks now, and obviously throughout Ramadan we've been in lockdown as well. How have you found the lockdown in Ramadan?
To be honest, it's a bit harder because obviously in Ramadan you go to the mosque, Zuhr time, Asr, Maghrib, time passes, you go to the mosque, walk down, but this time there's no Tarawih, nothing. So it's a bit hard, like you have to, manage your time and the way your day goes somehow. And it hasn't, I'll be honest with you, this Ramadan didn't feel like it was Ramadan because the mosque being closed. But what could you do? This coronavirus has, destroyed everything.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's how I feel as well. I think the only loss that we've had in this lockdown in Ramadan is the masjids being closed, no Tarawih, even namaz, Jummah. I don't think for Eid as well. Most likely, I think that's it'll be closed then as well. I think that's the loss that we've had with this coronavirus. But on the plus side of it, we get time to spend with our loved ones, family. Precious time where where I don't think on a normal, if there were no coronavirus, I don't think we'll have that much time to spend with them. But obviously, everybody's busy doing their own stuff. You got work and everything. Acha, Shamas, bhai, if you could do a short tilawat for us.
You start the therapy.
Alright, no problem. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صدق الله العظيم. Shamas bhai, so what's your daily schedule in Ramadan?
Ramadan is I go sleep after Fajr. So after Fajr, I wake up around 2, 3 o'clock, read Zahar, read a bit of Quran. Alhamdulillah, within 20, what roza is it today? The 20,
23rd, I think.
yeah, on
23rd
the
Rosa.
first roza, I finished my whole Quran as well. So what's it called? I finished
MashaAllah.
doing a spara and a half a day, and then the last few days I put a bit of extra time in, and done a bit more spara. But alhamdulillah, I finished it before this month. So I was trying to think if trying to do another Quran, but then I thought it's gonna be too much. I won't be able to finish it. But I have started it. Let's see when I finish it, inshallah. But that's my routine.
MashaAllah. That is brilliant, bro. Obviously being an Atwan, mashallah, it's nice to hear that. Obviously, you read the Quran often as well, and you finish the whole Quran. You're trying to finish another one as well, mashallah. That's really good effort from you, man.
It's a big thing that look, we do everything else, but we don't read the Quran. And Quran is the biggest thing we have, like the biggest book
True.
that anyone can read, and the blessings and the swab, and is amazing. And obviously, I've finished Quran many times before when I was young, but then I thought, look, when's the last time I actually opened the Quran? So let's try finishing it in this blessed month, because you get more reward, more blessings. So Alhamdulillah, I managed to do it within 21 days.
MashaAllah.
Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, that's really good, bro. Keep you up, and may Allah accept your reading the Quran and your ibadat in this blessed month, inshallah. So just a few questions and a few farmaish, inshallah. Won't keep you on for too long, obviously, because you're on journey at the moment. And I know it must be tiring holding the phone for so long. Shamas, obviously, everybody knows that you're a very popular Nathan, alhamdulillah, mashallah. Be it with reciting with the West Qadri, even be it reciting, even doing your own like singles and albums, mashallah. Everybody in the UK and outside the UK know who Shamas Khan is. So what age did you start reciting Naats from?
When I first started to recite Naats, it was around when I was about 5 years old. Around 5 years.
So how old are you now?
Me, I'm 20.
Mashallah. So 15 years of experience. I believe there's a YouTube video as well of you reciting when you were young as well.
Yeah, I think I was 6.5, 6 years old when I recited that. And that kalam I read was Tera Khawa Mein Tere Ki. And the way I read it was exactly the same way Awais Qadri read in Luton. There was a program in Luton in 2006 when Awais Qadri came, and he read Tera Khawa, and in one of the verses he read Main Kuch Bhi Nahi. So I exactly the same way and tried doing it exactly the way he done it as well. So especially Awais Qadri, he's my childhood hero.
Yeah.
I
was actually coming to that next. My next question was that as well. Mashallah. So obviously, since the age of 5 and you're 20 years old, about 15, 16 years, mashallah. So you just answered that as well. Your inspiration growing up is Awais Qadri. What is it about Awais Qadri that you love the most?
His kalams, his classical kalams, the way he recites, and the way he recites the kalam with adab and everything, just about it, just lifts you up when he reads. And there's other Nathans who read good as well, but the way, for me, when the way Scott reads, just subhanallah.
I think we share the same feelings, because for me it's the same thing. Awais Qadri has been my number one inspiration, and somebody who I look up to, somebody who I'd like to recite, I look to recite like him as well, mashallah. And what was the first Naat of Awais Qadri that you liked?
The first one was Subha Teba Mein Hui. That's the one I used to listen to first.
With the Isam Zikr in the background back then. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Acha, Koi, give us a few shares of that, inshallah.
Sallallahu alayka ya Rasulallah wa sallam alayka ya Habib Allah. तेरे कदमों में जो है غیر کا منہ کیا دیکھے جھڑکی آنکھیں کہاں چھوڑ کے تلوار تیرا آقا کون نظروں پہ ٹھہرے دیکھ کے تلوار تیرا تیرے ٹکڑوں سے پلے غیر کی ٹھوکر پہ نہ ڈال جھڑکی آنکھیں کہاں چھوڑ کے صدقہ تیرا پڑھیے صلی اللہ وسلم علیک یا حبیب اللہ صبح طیبہ میں ہوئی بٹتا ہے باڑا نور کا اللہ 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 صبح طیبہ میں ہوئی بٹتا ہے باڑا نور کا صدقہ لینے نور کا آیا ہے تارا نور کا اللہ 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 جو قضا دیکھو لیے جاتا ہے توڑا نور کا
واہ 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 واہ
دیکھو لیے جاتا ہے توڑا نور کا ارے نور کی سرکار ہے کیا اس میں توڑا کا اللہ 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 میں گدا تو بادشاہ بھر دے پیالہ نور کا میں گدا تو بادشاہ آقا 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 میں گدا تو بادشاہ بھر دے پیالہ نور کا میں گدا تو بادشاہ بھر دے پیالہ نور 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 میں گدا تو بادشاہ بھر دے پیالہ نور کا میں گدا تو بادشاہ بھر دے پیالہ نور کا نور دن دھونا تیرا دے
واہ واہ
نور کا اللہ 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 تیری نسل پاک میں ہے بچہ بچہ نور کا تیری نسل پاک میں ہے بچہ بچہ نور کا آقا تو ہے عین سب گھرانہ نور
بے شک
اللہ 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 اللہم سلم وبارک علیہ
MashaAllah. Shamas, bro, that was beautiful. Spot on, like the way I can't really read it as well. I think you missed that share of what you normally read. Kya banana mein khuda asra ka dula.
اسرا کا دھولا نور کا باغ عالم میں
واہ واہ
سواری چلی سرور انبیاء کی سواری چلی یہ سواری سوئے ذات باری چلی ابر رحمت اٹھا آج
آج کی واہ واہ
दूर पर फ़ाते लामकानी कहाँ, दूर पर फ़ाते लामकानी कहाँ, लंतरानी कहाँ, मर्रा आनी कहाँ, जिसका साया नहीं उसका सानी
वाह वाह
कहाँ, का साया नहीं उसका सानी कहाँ, उनका एक मौजज़ा आज की रात है, जज्बे हुस्न तलब हर कदम साथ है,
वाह 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 वाह
फिरिश्तों की बारात है, शाह दूल्हा बना आज की रात 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 है, क्या बना
वाह वाह वाह
खुदा असरा का दूल्हा नूर का, क्या बनाना में खुदा असरा का दूल्हा नूर का, अरे सर पे सहरा नूर का, भर में शहाना,
वाह 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 वाह
अल्लाह 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 अल्लाह
Wow,
अल्लाह.
wow, wow. Subhanallah, mashallah. That was beautiful, Shamas. I remember that bit, that kalam when Waisul Rakaldi came the first time to the UK in the Manchester Victoria Park Mehfil. I actually went. I was a little kid then, but I went. And wow, I remember when he read this back. I still remember it. It still echoes in my ears. You know, when I hear it, like, you know, it only feels like it was only yesterday, but obviously it's been about 15, 16 years ago. I remember Wes Qadri read that inside like that, and you just read it bang on, mashallah. Shamas, bro, Wes Qadri,
Sorry, what was that? I missed that.
I said, what else is there about Wes Qadri that you like?
To be honest, everything. His knot selection is on point.
Yeah.
Natwa, any knot he recites, mashallah, just bang on. And it's not about the tunes or whatever. But when you listen to something and you understand something what you're reading, and the good thing about them now is they explain what you're reading. And some bits as well, bits and bobs here and there. And when you actually know what you're reading, it gives you a better feeling as well.
True.
Uh,
I agree, yeah.
Sometimes I remember when I was little, I should read any knot, the like a rar part, But now, alhamdulillah, knot I listen to the translation, or I get a bit background information, and subhanallah, it's just like a different feeling. When you reading it, you can feel it, and you read it with your feelings as well.
Totally agree. I totally agree. No, I think what's important for any Nathwan is that obviously that they understand first. First, they understand what they're about to read, and yeah, I totally agree with you. When you understand what you're reading, when you know the words, the feeling is next level. Yeah, that feeling is you can't describe that feeling because obviously you recite in the Nath and you know what it means. Like like normally when we just recite because obviously we know the composition and we just know the words. That's it. But when you know the meaning, I think that's Asal Nathwani, and that's when
Yeah.
the feeling is undescribable. Shamas, obviously everybody knows you in the UK and outside of the UK. So far, where have you visited for Nathwani? Where's Nathwani taken you so far?
Everywhere. I've been up and down the country, literally everywhere. So
MashaAllah.
alhamdulillah, everywhere.
And which countries have you been or would you like to visit
As in
for
for me,
Nathwani? Yeah, for Nathwani. Yeah.
not 20. I've been Pakistan, and that's about it abroad. I think.
Yeah.
Mainly UK. Alhamdulillah, up and down.
Where would you want to go to visit for Nathwani? Where's your Khwahish?
To be honest, I'm not that kind of person that I need to go here and to read a nato. I need to go there and I need to read a nato. If I go here, I'll be even bigger. If I need to go there, as long as to be honest, as you guys know, Hamza used to come to Memphis before me, like to Bradford, and I had my mayfels in Luton, Rabiul Awwal. I think this is 2 years before, and he used to say to
Yeah.
me, "Oh, you come here. There's a lot of people here. There's big mayfels here." And I look, Alhamdulillah, where I read local mayfels, I find it better because there's more
Yeah.
older lots, and the Kalams I read, they enjoy more. Whereas nowadays youngsters just like just jumping around it, but my style is a bit different. So my local mayfels were more better. I should enjoy going to those local mayfels. So for me, it's not like you have to go here. You need to go there to.
That's mashallah. That answer that you gave me is absolutely brilliant, bro. I respect you a lot for that, because obviously one thing I've got to say about you is, to the audience that's watching, people probably will know. If they don't, they need to know that mashallah, that you're very humble, and the way you recite naats as well, you got no akar in you at one thing, yeah, and you give everybody time a day, and the way you recite naats, you can tell dillu banda padna paya. You can tell by who's reading for the money and who's reading for fame, and who's reciting from the heart. I think when you recite from the heart, money, fame will all come. Don't chase after that. What our people need to understand is, what is the purpose of Naat Khwani? Naat Khwani is our purpose is to praise our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If we're reciting for fame and money, our
Bro,
main mission and aim will never achieve it. And obviously, if we recite with the intention of praising our beloved, then these things will come. Fame will come, money will come. But don't think that in your mind. Always think that obviously you're reciting for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this is what I like about you, Shamas, is that you are one of those people that recite from the heart. You can tell that, and I'm not saying it because you're my guest. I mean that from my heart.
bro, like you were saying, bro, fame and money comes like that and goes like that as well. You can
True.
drop from there, you can
Yeah,
drop from
true.
there to there. You see what's it called? I'm not trying to back chat or anything about anyone, but you must have, Farhan Ali Qadri. How big
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was, small, but obviously it's not the fame. It's not the fame, but it's his voice. As he got older, the voice changed.
It
Everything.
changed. Yeah,
Look, I'm just trying to give you an example. The fame was there, and out of nowhere, no one knew after 10, 15 years he's gonna go here. Like
yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest, I haven't really heard of him now.
I don't think, unless you search for it, then
Yeah.
you probably find something. But other than that, yeah, you're right. I totally agree.
Mm.
Obviously, izzat, shohrat, everything comes from Allah. Obviously, getting that respect, getting that izzat can take years, but losing it, or even it can just take a blink of an eye, and it'll be all be gone. So that's why we need to thank Allah for every step of the way that we take, for whether it's for Naat Khwani, everything, even for waking up in the morning. We've been blessed with another Ramadan, even though the situation at the moment with coronavirus, but still we've been blessed with Ramadan again, and inshallah we'll be blessed with many more to come as well. I think the main thing is do shukr ada. Alhamdulillah all the time. Just say Alhamdulillah. Whatever you're doing, just say Alhamdulillah, and watch how God blesses you with everything. And no, you're right about that. Obviously, intentions. That's what they say. Niyatul mu'min khairum min amali. Is you will get rewarded for your intentions more than your actual action that you do. So I think our intentions need to be pure first. I'm giving all this lecture. I normally don't do it, but I firstly I like to put that on myself first. I would like to inshallah act upon it myself first, and then obviously preach it out to people. Acha, Shamas bhai, have you been to perform Umrah or Hajj as well?
I've been Umrah about 3 times. I was supposed to go this year as well, but because of the corona,
Recently, yeah.
so yeah, I've been 3 times, Alhamdulillah.
Acha, how old were you when you first went?
When I first went, I was 9 years old.
Allah. And
Yeah.
do you still remember it? Do you still
Yeah.
remember it?
Yeah.
Give
I
us
remember.
some. Give us some. I try to. I ask this question to every guest that I've had so far. Obviously, you can't put it into words, but give it your best. Explanation, like explain in your best words, possible words,
To be
what the
honest,
feeling was when you first saw the Gumbad Hazra and the Kaaba Sharif.
like the feeling is next level, man. There's no word to describe. We can describe every other thing in the world, but that thing we cannot describe.
Totally
The,
agree.
the feeling. Have you been, bro?
I've been, alhamdulillah, yeah.
But you must know yourself. The feeling is absolutely different when you go there.
Describe, yeah.
Any dunya thing what we do back in the UK, when we go there, it's just freedom. It feels like, totally different to what we do and where we be, and the atmosphere, everything is just amazing, man. Subhanallah.
It's yeah, it's stress free.
Yeah.
You don't have any worries in the world. You just in front of the Kaaba Sharif, even the Gumbad Hazra, right in front of you. That feeling, yeah.
ताजी ताजी यादा I'm getting now. जब
Wow,
गुम्बदे खजरा पे वो पहली नजर गई,
wow,
जब गुम्बदे खजरा पे वो पहली नजर गई, आँखों के रास्ते मेरे दिल में उतर गई, दिल भी है शाद शाद,
wow, wow.
तबीयत है पुरबहार है, दिल भी है शाद शाद, तबीयत है पुरबहार, लगता है आज मेरी मदीने खबर
Wow,
गई,
wow, wow.
लगता है आज मेरी मदीने खबर गई, हाँ लगता है आज मेरी मदीने खबर गई.
Wow, wow, wow. That was so heart touching. That hit me as soon as you started reciting that. Just thinking about the stuff that's going on around the world with obviously people are not allowed to visit Medina Sharif and Kaaba Sharif. That nata that actually hit me so hard. May Allah, inshallah, may Allah remove all this, this disease away from the planet, and open the masjid again for everybody to visit, inshallah, one day. Shamas bhai, we've got. Let me just go through some comments so far. Asnain Mushtaka that requested dekhte kya ho ahle safa. We'll talk a bit more about that now before you decide, inshallah. Hassan Raza from Manchester has commented, mashallah. Jazakallah, Hassan Raza, for tuning in. Vaisi Gujal saying, mashallah, very nice. Jazakallah, that's my uncle actually. Jazakallah for tuning in. Somebody has said, mashallah. You got another farmaish from Mojaza, Mere Nabi ka. Inshallah. And we've got somebody commented saying, Salam brothers, I just want to say our brother Shamas here is from Luton, is a star for us. May Allah give brother Shamas with a healthy long life, make him the coolness of his parents' eyes. Inshallah. Ameen. Ameen. The beautiful words. Jazakallah for your comments for that. Gigi?
Jazakallah to whoever commented that. Allah bless you. Jazakallah.
And brother Riz Khan is also a brother of mine from Rochdale, always tuning into the program, has requested Munawwar Meri Aankhon Ko. What a clown. What a clown that is.
Bro, we still need to read together in the Mayfield.
And it's funny you say that because we was planning this for how long has it been? We planning this for a long time. Say, we need to, because obviously our styles match. Mine and your style is like Oasis Qadri style, the Qadri style basically. And we said it last time that we need to recite and now together do it. Inshallah, we need to do it one day, definitely. That'll be amazing. Inshallah. Either you come to Bradford or I'll come to Luton, inshallah. Or wherever we meet, inshallah. Tell my brother Shamas, his sister Iram, you're always in my du'as. That's the sister who commented about saying that you're a star of Luton, mashallah. Now, I totally agree with that, mashallah. Your humbleness is definitely what people love about you the most as well as the way you recite your kalams as well from the heart, mashallah. Shamas, which kalam of Awais al-Qadri is your favorite kalam? Which one is your favorite?
The tricky one. All-time favorite is gonna be An-Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi. But my
Ah, wow, wow.
what's it called? Reciting. Uh, to be honest, all of his kalams. I don't really.
You know, when you mentioned An-Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi there, you know, An-Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi was such a nut where, you know, there was no YouTube at that time. There was no internet. There was internet, obviously, but there was no like YouTube, anything like that at that time. But that nut, when that come out, everybody were playing that nut. That nut, actually, you know, music shops in Pakistan were playing that nut. That's how, mashallah, that nut took such an effect.
Subhanallah. Because
That's
of
one
that,
of my.
because of that Nath, people become Nathwans as well.
I
By
totally agree.
Subhanallah is just amazing.
Totally agree, bro. I totally agree. Acha, acha. Waisal Qadri, mashallah. Let's talk a bit about your, you know, when you met Waisal Qadri. When was the first time you actually met him?
I met him when I was young, when I was in 2006 time, 2005. They used to come every single year to the Luton Mayfield, and my dad, at the end when they used to meet, I used to always want to sit right in front, trying to get to the mosque really quick so I can, get the front seat. And,
Exactly the same.
And once I was in the Mayfield, after they finished, and I was really small then, and obviously people used to rush to him because, especially that time, he used to be in his peak.
Yeah, he was.
People used to rush to him and run to him, and I got, I fell on the floor, and basically people started stepping on me, and he said, "What the way, pick him up," and he got me to his side, and he kissed me on my forehead, and that's
Mashallah.
the first time I met him as well. I was going towards him, but I fell, but he grabbed me and he kissed me as well.
So you noticed that as well.
That's the first time I met him, and then every other year I used to meet him as well. But then I met him properly last year when I read the Naat Dekh Dekh Kya Hua.
Dekhte kya hole ahle safa, yeah.
The Mayfield we went to by
Nottingham.
Tahir Mahmood, his house. Spoke to him, everything. That was a proper first time ever,
We was actually just before that, just before you went to that mehfil, we was together. It was around Kashif's wedding time, and then you said you're going to that mehfil.
Yeah.
Okay, talking about the feeling of just even reciting in front of West Qadri, or knowing that you're going to recite in front of West Qadri. What was your mind going through? What were the nerves like?
That day itself was just hectic. The wedding, I had a suit on and everything. I had to get changed behind the car.
I remember.
And at the same time, they're ringing me saying, "Make sure you're ready, make sure you're prepared, this, that, ones." And literally, I was shaking, I was shivering.
Precious.
Because obviously, Qadri himself, it could either go a good way or a bad way,
Yeah.
They're the type of person who could say anything to you straight away on your face. So, I was scared at the same time, so I went. And to be honest, at the Mayfield, they told me you're going to read before Qadri. So before he reads, he's going to call you up, you read, and then he's going to read. But then, obviously, Qadri, when he's not in the mood, whatever, he's going to body at the end. Then I got even more scared. I was like, I was a bit, shaky a bit more. Then at the end, he said, he called me up, this, that. And, I was nervous at the start, but in the middle of the club,
You're getting into it. Yeah.
That's it. Alhamdulillah.
Masha, that video has hit over two. I watched, actually looked at it today. It was 2.6 million, mashallah. Over 2.6 million views. And obviously, not about the views. I totally agree. I know you might say that as well. But it shows that obviously when you read Nathwani, with the pure intention, you'll go for it yourself. And look at that.
I had people saying to me, "Why are you reading boring kalams? Why are you reading classical kalams? Put people to sleep." And I was like, I'm never ever gonna change, anything for other people. I'm gonna read how I want. Either people listen to me or don't listen to me. And that day I read a classic, and look, the whole world, the whole of UK heard that note. And you see now, there's youngsters everywhere. I'm not even lying. People send me videos. Their parents send me videos of their kids reading Dekh Dekh Kya Ho, Ahle Safa, and that's a classical note. It doesn't have to be in a song tune, or it has to be in a jumpy tune, fast tune, this tune, that tune. For a kid to read a Naat. Look, that's a classic Naat, and
that's a pure example. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. So that shows,
I believe 2006, the Aka Ka Miladaya album came out, and that Kalam was in there.
That's it.
And mashallah, that kalam was one of those kalam that is such a beautiful kalam, but it wasn't recited much. But I think you reignited its potential, and the kalam was supposed to be like so big, such a big kalam.
This I used to go through YouTube and I used to search for notes, and whichever notes I used to like, I used to try and learn. So this kalam I learned in 2016. So I learned it, I wrote the lyrics down because there was no lyrics for this. So I wrote it down myself, and I never read it, to be honest. I read it at home on my mic, this, that. And then I think last year I was in a Mayfield, in Haroon Bai's Mayfield in Birmingham. I was going through my lyrics and I saw this note. I thought, let's read something different today. So I read that. Everyone in the Mayfield said you need to read this. So I went to a different Mayfield. I read it there, and then everyone just started to like it. And it was something different, like like the knot itself was a bit different to the other knots we generally read. And I went to a Mayfield in Manchester, Oldham, I think. Shabbat, no, Hafiz Attari Tariq's wedding.
Wedding, yeah.
Yeah, and Bashir Bhai said, you need to read this from West Qadri. He's coming to Nottingham next week, in 2-3 weeks. And I said, mind. And then from there, the clown picked up, and when they hit, everywhere, everyone started to watch it,
Do you think that is become your pehchan now, Lanad?
Sorry?
Do you think that kalam has become your pehchan now?
100%, yeah.
I think, that kalam that you're saying, yeah, you first recited it last. I actually recited that kalam, in 2017. It's on my YouTube page, but it's exactly the same thing. You couldn't get the lyrics. I had to get the lyrics down. And randomly, I just recited it. But mashallah, the way you recited it, wow, kya baat hai. You absolutely did the kalam is justice, what it's supposed to be. And mashallah, everybody's loving your personality, and they're saying amazing brother. We love Shamas. Muhammad Adam said we love Shamas. Farhan Hussain saying, mashallah, Shamas is an amazing brother and has a beautiful personality. I totally agree with them. And Tahsin Ali is saying big boys. Wow, not big boys, but do the offers. We got brother Mo Ali's asking for Darpe Palao Makki Madani, inshallah. And brother Riz Khan said we need to do a duet single, inshallah. Brother Riz, we will do it very soon. And talking about that, then we're talking about the Dekh Kya Hua Edith of our kalam. So obviously, what when the kalam, whilst you're reading it, you're getting more and more into it, and you get more confident, I believe. What was your feeling, knowing that you've done so well and everybody's enjoying it, and Awais Qadri himself was actually enjoying it as well. He joining in. What was that feeling like?
Once the Mayfield finished, I realized, because I was getting messages left, right, center. At the time, I thought I messed up slightly.
All right.
After Mayfield, after I read, I sat back down. I'm thinking, did I do good? You think that in your head. But then after they did the tickets for the Umrah, and straight after that, people started to come to me, hug me, and say, "Mashallah, smashed it, Mashallah, well done, you done proud, Mashallah, smashed it, this, that." And literally, as soon as an hour, 2 hours later, after Mayfield messages left, right, center, then I watched the video again. Then I thought, I actually done well. But at the time, it was a total different experience. But was at the Mayfield and listening to it on YouTube and being at the Mayfield was a total different thing.
Yeah, totally different. Yeah.
Mayfield was just fire, subhanallah.
And that feeling, I know you must have been over the moon, because obviously Awais Qadri is the person that you've been looking up to all your life. Is your favorite, not one?
Hi, bro. When I was a kid, I used to always think to myself, do you know when you're young, you'd be thinking, oh, imagine I could read with the Awais Qadri, imagine I could sit with him, imagine, I him. And I was thinking about that, and it's like a dream come true for me, because he can ask anybody, in the house. I used to have CDs of him, and back in the days we used to have those, MP3 players. And always not in that and listen to it. And I used to always want I never used to want, these clothes or whatever. I used to be always a MP3 player or a CD player or a bike system, so I can read or, play the notes. But subhanAllah, it's like a dream come true for me, man.
Yeah, mashallah. No, Shamas, we've got quite similarities, me and you, because exactly the same way. When I was growing up with the Awais Qadri, back in the days, there were obviously no internet, YouTube. They used to sell DVDs, VCDs, remember?
Yes.
I used to buy every album, I used to always tell my dad, and I used to always buy, the mess videos.
Cassettes, do you know those cassettes we used to put inside those little MP4 players?
Yeah.
I used to have that as well. So I remember there used to be Maples on QTV when the White Squad used to come.
Yeah, another thing, QTV, yeah.
He used to be last to come to read on. So I remember my dad and mum used to record it for me because on that, do you know those big cassettes, those video players?
Yeah, video players, yeah.
Record it on that, and I remember they used to recite to come downstairs, put my salwar kameez on, put like a on, try to do
Mashallah.
them, and just sit in front of the TV and listen to them. And then when the Mayfield used to finish, I used to have that recording and just have your replay.
Wow. That's what you call proper love for somebody, who's such a person like Wais al-Qadri, mashallah. And obviously, yeah, carry on.
When I recite my notes, the hand actions and all of that, it's all natural to me now. I don't try to, do it like that. It's just by listening to them, it just comes out like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I see that a lot as well, mashallah. It just proper like that. Obviously, because you've been watching him, when you're younger, so like, I can imagine a little Shamas sat in front of the TV doing all this hand actions. And now, obviously, growing up and becoming a Nathan like you.
At the same time, to be funny, but it's to just be crazy. I should literally copy every little step of him, like his hand movements and his this, his that. It's to be, looking back at it now, it's proper funny.
MashaAllah. And after the mehfil after you recited that kalam, Dekhte Kya Hua Ahle Safa, did you speak to Wais al-Qadri? Did he give you any feedback or?
Yeah, I did. He said to me once we were eating there, we went to the Haji Tahir Mahmood's house, and he said to me, "Come here." He said to me, "MashaAllah." He said at first when they told me, he thought it's gonna be anyone reading one of my famous kalams, probably An-Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I want to share. But he said, when you read this kalam, it proper opened my eyes because I was surprised how did, a person like you remember this 13-year-old kalam and recited it exactly the way I recite it as well. And he said, what's it called? The way you read it was subhanallah. And then obviously he said it made him want to join in at the end as well. That's why, when he read them.
Sadka ala hazrat. That share, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Jari rahega roz jaza maslak ala hazrat ka dekhat kya ho. That's a beautiful kalam. I love that kalam. Especially that share as well. That's the share that Wais al-Qadri joined into as well.
Yeah. So subhanallah, when he read that, it just lifted everything. Subhanallah.
Yeah, mashallah. No, I remember watching that the first time watching it. I was like, wow, mashallah. It was like watching somebody's dream come true.
Subhanallah.
And you could just tell how happy he was and how the concentration.
My parents' dua as well. So when I went home that day, they were all watching me live. And when I went home, they were still they had it on replay and stuff as well. And I could see they were so, happy and they were, proud of me. See the smile in their face as well. But, it's all from Allah at the same time, you should be thankful for everything. And, take
Alhamdulillah.
the right way.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Obviously, it was nice to see, somebody who loves the Wais al-Qadri, just like me, as, dream come true. Alhamdulillah, I've had the chance of reciting in front of Wais al-Qadri a few times. But one thing about Wais al-Qadri is, when you're about to recite in front of him, is the nerves. You start, shaking, and you start feeling sweaty, and you be cold, but you start feeling sweaty all of a sudden. Why? Because Wais al-Qadri is that's such a person where you don't want to mess up in front of, and just in case he messed up, he'll speak up as well. He's not one to back down and tell you, look, you just messed up like that. So I can imagine what you were going through at that time. It must have been very hard, but mashallah, you did the not justice.
Yeah, when they told me to read and they were saying to me, stand up and read, like a few of the lads in the front, they were saying to me, just stand next to him here. And I was like, to be honest, when I stand up, I can't really read properly, so I have to sit down and read. And I was like, no, I can't be doing this. I can't be standing up. And then there was literally no space to sit down as well. And I was like, I'm gonna sit down. He's like, okay, sit down. Just sit down. So I sat down, I got into a comfortable position, and then started off. I was a bit nervous, but alhamdulillah, you can see in the middle of the kalam, just
Yeah, I can see you proper go into it. Yeah.
all kinds of shock, subhanallah, just
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. So, Shamas, this topic I wanted to obviously talk about, because obviously people have seen the Naat, but obviously they don't know the behind the scenes. People might want to know what you were feeling, everything. MashaAllah. Thanks for telling us about that as well. Just let's go through a few from Aisha, because we've been talking quite a bit now. We could talk forever, but let's just do some from Aisha. You got मोजा देखते क्या हो अहले सफा दर पे पलाओ मक्की मदनी there was another I can't remember which one Maula Mankabat, so whichever one, brother, even if you recite all of them one share सारे की कोशिश करिए
one more
नाराज ना होइए कोई
inshallah. But if I do forget any, just remind me, inshallah.
yeah no problem
इंशाल्लाह मौजज़ा मेरे नबी का कह दिया तो हो गया कह दिया तो हो गया कह दिया तो हो गया मौजज़ा मेरे नबी का कह दिया तो हो गया हाथ में तलवार लेकर आए जब हजरत उमर हाथ में तलवार लेकर आए जब हजरत उमर आ मेरे दामन में आ
वाह
जा तो हो गया आ मेरे दामन में आ जा कह दिया तो हो गया कह दिया तो हो गया कह दिया तो हो गया आप आए तो आप आए तो दुनिया मुनव्वर हुई बज़्म कौनैन में ईद घर घर हुई दो जहां को हिदायत सर हुई आमतों देख अल्लाह की अकबर हुई हादिए दो जहां हो सलाम आप पर हादिए दो जहां हो सलाम आप पर सरवरे हिंद सो जा हो सलाम आप पर सफा आ पहुँचे महबूब खुदा यानी हो चुके जलवनुमा यानी हो चुके जलवा ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह अपने आजिज़ गुलामों का सुनिए सलाम बेनवा इश्न कामों का सुनिए सलाम खुश बया खुश कलामों का सुनिए सलाम मुक्तदियों इमामों का सुनिए सलाम हातिमुल अंबिया हो सलाम आप पर या रसूले खुदा हो सलाम आप पर साकी कौसर बहरे खुदा साकी कौसर बहरे खुदा आज तो ऐसा जाम पिला उठ जाए पर्दा जुदाई का उठ जाए पर्दा जुदाई का जलवाए ज़ैबा हमको दिखा देखते क्या हो अहल सफा आप पहुँचे महबूब खुदा यानी हो चुके जलवनुमा शाहे हक शाहे बतहा ला इलाहा illallah, la ilaha illallah. दर पे बुलाओ, दर पे बुलाओ, मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ, मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ, बुलाओ दर पे बुलाओ, मक्की मदनी बिगड़ी बनाओ, मक्की मदनी। हम है गुनाहों में डूबे हुए, हम है गुनाहों में डूबे हुए, जैसे ये निभाओ, जैसे ये निभाओ, मक्की मदनी दर पे बुलाओ, मक्की मदनी 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 दर पे
वाह वाह
बुलाओ, दर पे बुलाओ, बुलाओ दर पे बुलाओ, बुलाओ दर पे बुलाओ, मक्की मदनी आका बिगड़ी बनाओ, मक्की मदनी मुनव्वर मेरी आंखों को मेरे शम्सो दुहा कर दे, गमों की धूप में वो साया जुल्फे दुता कर दे, जहां पानी अता कर दे, भरी जन्नत हिबा कर दे, नबी मुख्तार खुल गए जिसको जो चाहे अता कर दे, नबी
वाह वाह
मुख्तार जिसको जो चाहे अता कर दे. I think that's all the requests done now.
Yeah, I think yeah, Munawar Meri Aankho Sumuni reminded me of that, but then you decided, mashallah. Acha, look at the cars moving now. Give salam to the brothers that are with you as well, inshallah. Can you hear me? Yeah,
Yeah, I can hear you. They're
yeah,
watching
yeah.
by the.
Acha, I won't keep you on for too long. We only got about 5-6 minutes left or something. Yeah, just a few more questions and then we'll call it a day, inshallah. Shamas, how many singles have you done? And when was your first single that you did as well?
My first ever single was done in 2016. A Hasnain Ke Nana. I'm not sure if you heard it, but that's on my YouTube. And then in 2017, I released a full 8-track album. And then in 18, I released another album of 5 tracks. Then after that, I started to do singles.
Cha, mashallah. So you got 2 albums in total, yeah?
Yeah.
And latest single was Mojiza Mere Nabi Ka, innit?
Yeah.
What's your plan for your next single? When are you planning on releasing the next one?
Next single, inshallah, I've recorded it. Just need to do the video, and inshallah, it's gonna
Acha.
be what's it called? Another 3-4 weeks, I'll say, because wait for the lockdown to ease a bit. This kalam I'm doing now is gonna be totally different. It's a new style, something different, and the kalam selection is different as well. So let's see, inshallah.
Inshallah. And obviously, your last single, you did the video shoot in Morocco, Marrakesh.
Yeah, Morocco.
Where did the idea come from for Morocco?
The kalam I was doing, I thought, let's go somewhere different with this kalam. And we thought, Morocco is a good place to do, a kalam like this. And
Yeah.
we thought, let's just go out for a few days. Yeah, we just thought, let's just go to Morocco. Do it there. Mashallah, the places in Morocco are just beautiful, mashallah. Every single scene, every, video shot we done. Really good.
Mashallah, no, the video was really nice. I like the scenery as well, like you said, it's really nice. What's your plan for your next single? Where are you planning on doing the video shoot for that? In the UK or outside?
Do it in my hometown, in Luton. Because all the other
La, la,
ones
la.
else I've done out of town, whatever. This one's gonna be in Luton, inshallah.
Acha, have you already found a place, yeah?
Yeah.
Acha, inshallah, inshallah. And just gonna talk about self now, like your general, general questions about yourself. Have you do you have any? Have you had an art teacher, or is it just like you said you were telling us before? Is it just by watching Waisid Al Qadri and growing up?
Qadri and self-taught, to be honest. And,
Are you planning on teaching, starting teaching, or have you taught
uh,
anyone yet or not?
me and Hamza were told to, start North classes in Luton. Inshallah, let this lockdown, ease, and then inshallah, we're looking to start in September.
Acha, inshallah, inshallah, inshallah. And are you gonna do a duet, inshallah, with your brother one day as well, Hamza?
Yeah, inshallah.
I think that'll be really good as well. Both brothers do a duet, inshallah. Because obviously both beautiful Nathans.
Duet, and this, once if we do it, it's gonna have to be, it's gonna be a new kalam, it's gonna be a new composition, it's gonna be something different as well. Let's see when it's gonna happen.
So you're waiting for the right time, yeah?
Yeah, right time.
Inshallah, inshallah. Who would you like to do a duet with? Who's the which Nathan from the UK or even Pakistan? Obviously, put Awais Kali to aside because obviously you can be biased with that one. But anyone else?
It'll probably be Hamza first, and then after that, it'll probably be someone who recites similar to me. So it'll be probably someone like yourself, Shabazz, or Hashmat or someone, because they recite the way I recite as well. Like the few of the clubs they recite, and it's got the same similarity as well. So it'll be something similar to them. So to be honest, I don't
No, that would be brilliant. Yeah.
mind, but if it is, it's gonna be one of them.
Acha, I believe you're getting chauffeured by none other than Hamza Khan. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Hamza.
Yeah, can you just put him on? Give him salam, inshallah.
Walaikum
Assalamu alaikum.
You're right. I thought
Hamza, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, bro. I thought I shouldn't disturb you.
No. I'm gonna get you on. Don't worry. Don't think I forgot about you. Yeah.
You were asking him questions, innit? So I thought let him carry on. Didn't want to disturb him.
How you keeping anyway? You keeping good? Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, bro. Just driving at the moment.
Yeah. Always driving out. Yeah. Always on the road.
Always
Up and down.
Always somewhere, mashallah. But obviously, we came down for the Smile Aid charity car wash. Support the Alhamdulillah. So we've just been doing that.
So you're heading back to Luton now, yeah?
Not just yet. We're gonna do Attari as well.
Acha. No, it's good to have you on as well. Inshallah, we'll get a show on with you as well whenever you get time. You're a busy person.
Inshallah, definitely, bro, man. Looking
Inshallah.
nice. The shine you got.
I'm looking a bit rough. The shininess is the cream man that I'm wearing. It looks like I'm sweating.
A nice lighting. Very nice.
Jazakallah. Thank you very much for that. Shamas, about yourself now. What's your hobbies? What do you like to do in your free time?
I play cricket. That's another hobby. And cricket's, my passion as well.
Yeah. We see that a lot.
What was it?
As I said, we see that a lot. Obviously, you're a hardcore Pakistan fan. Obviously, like every other Pakistani, you've been to a lot of games as well in the World Cup as well. And
this year.
MashaAllah, yeah. And so I'm getting the audio a bit delayed, so bear with me, yeah. So obviously, you support Pakistan as in for cricket. For what about for PSL? Do you watch PSL?
PSL,
The league.
Yes.
Who do you support?
PSL, I support Karachi Kings.
Yeah, Karachi Kings, yeah. I was rooting for Lahore Qalandars this year, but I think the coronavirus ruined it all. They was actually getting form as well.
Yeah, 100%, yeah. But what's it called? That's like a waste as well. That tournament, I was looking forward to that as well. Yeah, a few games, and then it's getting interesting, and then the last part of the stage,
And then and then the coronavirus just ruined everything. Okay, and yourself as well. Like, did you play for a team or is it just with friends?
I play for two teams. I play for a team on the weekdays and then weekend as well, Saturday and Sunday.
Achha, is it the hard ball, yeah, the corky ball, or is it just?
Yeah, the hardwood, proper leagues as well. And we have
Acha. And
proper big tournaments as well during the
I believe
season.
your brother Hamza as well plays cricket as well.
Yeah.
So are you a batter or you're a bowler?
Me, I'm a bowler. I'm a leg spinner.
Yeah. Do you bat as well, or is it, do you
Yeah,
try to avoid it?
I'm that middle order. When they need me to come in, strike the ball.
Try the TV style. Boom, boom.
That's it.
Acha, that's good. Other than
If you've got a couple of minutes, I've got a kalam for you, bro.
no problem. No, I've got enough time. It's you guys. If you've got time, then no problem.
Inshallah. Allah pe aakve yaar nu aaj te tu nahi inkari tu sajde o sar chuk le tu sajde o sar chuk le ja bakshi उम्मत सारी तू सजदे ओ सर चुक ले अज मीज़ान ते आप खलो जा पैदा यार नु अल्लाह जिस दा चावे बारा कर दे नेकियां वाला पल्ला नेकियां वाला पल्ला तू मर्जियां कर सोनिया सोनिया तू मर्जियां कर सोनिया पल्ला हौला रख या बारी तू सजदे ओ सर चुक ले
Wow, wow, wow.
I can't
Yeah,
find,
but good. It's good to have you on. Bless our life with your beautiful voice as well. Inshallah, give us a time and day when you can do this live as well.
inshallah.
Definitely.
I'm a bit too low for this platform, you know what I mean?
No. You know, it's certainly something.
You give us a chance.
I'm coming to you. I'm not even like I was actually coming to you to I thought end of last week of Ramadan. Inshallah, get you on as well.
I thought you didn't want to be a part of the controversy.
No. Yeah. You know me, man. I show love to everyone.
Alhamdulillah. But inshallah, I'll
And
catch
I thought, inshallah. Shamas, just two more questions. Yeah, inshallah.
you.
You're a football fan as well,
Yeah.
right? Let's get a little. What's that? What's the word? Let's get a little debate going on. So, which football team do you support?
Liverpool.
Acha, Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah.
It might cause a bit of an issue in the live comments because most of the Nathans I've had so far are Man United fans, you know. The way
So Rose, I missed it.
you win the league this season, then.
Inshallah, definitely.
This is not the place to obviously have that argument. I was just having a little laugh with you. Shamas, we finish off. I'd like to thank you for giving your time, even though you've been traveling, you've been in Bolton, come from Luton to Bolton, and Jazakallah to your brother Hamza as well. Inshallah, we're going to get him on the show as well if he's got time for us. And obviously, traveling as well, and you still give us your time. I thank you very much, and Jazakallah to everybody that's tuned in as well and gave your comments and your requests and your questions in as well. Jazakallah. And just before we finish the show, we finish off with the Salat Islam, inshallah. If you've got anything to say, a quick message as well, you can give it before we finish.
Once again as well, for having me on your show. Really appreciate the love and support you've shown, and mashallah, you're doing a great job. Just
Jazakallah.
think people can sit down and benefit from and listen to a few notes, something good as well. Keeps people going as well through the day. And just once again, thank you very much for having me. And inshallah.
Anytime, Abu, anytime. No, Jazakallah for you taking your time out as well. And we've gone over time as well. And I don't want to, mess up your little chilling out that you're doing right now before Iftari. I don't want to come in between. So, inshallah, just quickly finish off as well with Salatu Salam, inshallah. And then hope to see you very soon.
Salatu Salam, you can recite because I think
That's Tasakkur, inshallah.
I'll recite one verse, you recite one, inshallah.
Okay, no problem. يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك मुझे दर पे फिर बुलाना मदनी मदीने वाले माए इश्क भी पिलाना मदनी मदीने वाले या नबी सलाम अलैका या रसूल सलाम अलैका या हबीब सलाम अलैका सलावतुल्लाह अलैका
البدر علينا من ثنية الوداع وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داعي يا حبيبي يا محمد يا نبي سلام عليك يا رسول سلام عليك يا حبيب سلام عليك صلوات الله عليك
مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم